Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Toledo, Ohio. We are broadcasting through our YouTube channel, Toledo Unitarians. My name is David Strickler, and I am one of the commissioned lay ministers who serve this congregation, along with our ordained minister, Reverend Tim Barger. Once again, I want to thank my commissioned lay ministry colleague, Melissa Jeter, for creating this midweek meditation video. We are staying away and staying connected. Tonight's chalice lighting was written by Laura Thompson. Across the distance, the light from within me shines, sending love to all. Across the distance, your light is fuel that warms me and helps to keep my own light burning. Together, we keep the flame of community burning bright. This time of year, I'm often reminded of a short, well-known poem by Emily Dickinson. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could have bashed the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. In this poem, Miss Dickinson compares the concept of hope to a feathered bird that is permanently perched in the soul of every human. There it sings, never stopping in its quest to inspire each of us. It sings even when times get tough. These songs have no words for anyone to try to understand intellectually. The poet has heard the bird during the hardest, coldest times when emotions are churning. And the poet tells us that we can hear the bird too, even when things seem extreme. Hope is still there and never asks for anything. I chose this poem because right now, numerous species of birds are migrating from their winter grounds in the south to their breeding grounds in the north. They are stopping along the south shore of Lake Erie to feed and to rest. They are stopping just 30 miles east of here. I feel sad that I can't go to the usual place to witness this colorful event. I feel sad that I can't see the other people who travel to see the migrant birds. But I know that the birds are there, flying, feeding, singing, and resting. And I know that they will be back next year. Many of us are experiencing grief or sadness during this unusual time. Acknowledging such emotions is important. Accepting our emotions is also important. And listening. Listening for the songs of hope from without and from within. I will read a meditation now about listening, which I adapted from the Unitarian Universalist minister, Reverend Mike Young. Afterwards, we will have a minute of silent meditation. Open your ears to quietness. Listen to what is not heard. As music is as much the silent interval between the tones, so life is also filled with quietness the sounds of hurry cannot stifle. Listen within. A quiet mind needs only to be listened for. It is there in the spaces and the pauses between the words of chatter. Listen to the calm from which it all arises. Listen to the world, hear between the sound of its continual noise, a whistler in a graveyard, trying to distract itself from awesome silence. Listen to the cooling spring that bears the necessary noise, like whitecaps on its surface. The depth has more to speak of. Let not the mad cacophony drown out the centering calm. There, in the interval, is peace always at hand. Thank you for joining our midweek meditation. I will close with these words by the Reverend Rene Rohetsky. The Spirit of the Holy dwells in each of us. The Spirit of love dwells in each of us. May the flames in our hands remind us that eternal love dwells in our hearts. May the flames in our hands remind us that the Spirit of life dwells among us as we gather as a faithful community. May the flames in our hands remind us that the arc of the universe needs our embodied love and faith to bend toward justice. Go in peace.